Welcome, ladies, degenerates, and gentlemen, back to the Degents pod, aka the Picks pod. We're going through a slight rebranding here as we enter NFL Week 2. Today is Friday. We had Eagles Vikings last night. Eagles win that game 34-28. And honestly, compared to last year, much better Thursday night game than we saw pretty much throughout the whole year.
Oh yeah, probably best game of the year.
Yep.
Best game of the year so far.
Yeah. We are 2-0.
And it wasn't that good.
What? What are
It
you
was a
saying?
good game, but it was like 2-score game at the end.
The game last night?
Yeah,
Not. The Eagles were up what? 20 points at one point. They kind of blew it late,
yeah,
but still, star-studded on both sides of the field. It's
for
definitely
sure.
a
Kirk
lot of people
Cousins,
tuned
I
in
want
for.
to see him win one. But what up, everybody?
Oh yeah, I forgot to introduce you guys, but that's all right. I think everybody knows who you are at this point. Petty,
Yeah.
Rich.
Big Rich in the house. Let's go.
Yeah, it definitely started out sloppy last night. But it ended up being a pretty good, entertaining game at the very least. So let's start running through it here. Just go like recap / look ahead to Sunday. Me and Rich on the Picks pod last week did very well for week 1. Let's hope we can keep that going here.
Yeah, let's keep it rolling. It felt good in week 1. Week 2 is it's a great fade the overreaction type of week. So it's time to get into it.
Yeah, week 2 is tough here. We didn't get Petty's picks, but we got them this week, so that's all that matters.
We're in week 2, party week.
Hell yes. And week 3 of college, we'll get to that after NFL. But let's start in the 1:00 slate. We got Packers at Falcons. This line is currently at Falcons -1.5, total set at 40. I lean Falcons here. I do not have a play as of right now. I'm worried about Aaron Jones being out, and I'm worried about the Packers' run defense against the Falcons and their run game. What are you guys thinking here? I'll go with Rich first.
I agree with you here. I lean the Falcons. I just like their run game against this Packers defense. I think it might be a little bit of an overreaction. I know me and Fuski are both high on the Packers, but this also might be a little bit of an overreaction spot. I don't think the Bears are very good. So the Packers demolishing the Bears, I think, is what should have happened. But I think this might be a little bit of an overreaction. I think the Falcons are a little bit better than what people think, and I don't know. I like this Falcons. They got a little bit of an edge to them, and I think they take care of business at home. But I'll be on the over in this game. I got it at 40. I think Falcons running the ball, and the Packers offense showed out last week, and I think they'll put some points on the board as well.
Petty?
I'm going to be betting the board here, guys. I'm going to be, taking every Sunday game here. I'm looking at the spreads. So, like I said, I'm going to be betting the board. So, don't come at me if I get a few wrong. But tomorrow, I'm going to be starting with the Packers +1.5. I like everything I'm seeing over there, obviously, except for those couple losses. But, it's either going to be – I think we're looking at a playoff team here, sneaking into the playoffs. They're going to need to make statements all across the year. And if they get the win tomorrow away with a couple guys down, pretty big statement in my eyes and gets them rolling.
Yeah, like Rich said, I'm high on the Packers this year. I'm just worried about this spot in a week 2 game. I think I would bet the Falcons if they were not a favorite. I don't want to be betting the Falcons as a favorite, even at
Yeah.
I think this Packers team is good, but like I said, the run defense didn't look too good against a Bears team that could possibly be the worst team in football. No Aaron Jones, no Christian Watson makes me a little bit nervous against them. decent Falcons defense. So I will be laying off this one. But yeah, I think it'll be a good game.
Definitely a good game.
Yeah.
It's going to be high scoring. I think it's going to be high scoring. Um, a lot of props probably look into and take some overs. I wouldn't really go under anything in that game.
No, and the total's actually set at 40.5 on DK.
Yeah. But Rich, you said you like the over there?
Yes, I like the over. I'm playing the over at 40 points.
I think that's so safe. I just think the defenses aren't in their mode yet where they're going to be making the craziest stops. So I think we see some offensive highlights.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, next game here: Chiefs at Jags. Chiefs -3, total set at 51. If Travis Kelce is playing, I will be taking the Chiefs -3.
Yeah, I think that's a big game for Travis Kelce to come back in if he can. I mean, the Jags, we know what happens with Chiefs, Jags. T-Law, baby.
It was a great game last year, and they did get the deal done with Chris Jones this week. So that's huge for their defense.
That's huge. But
going on the road doesn't make me feel too good. But if Travis Kelce is in the game, I think it's a big bounce back for Patty and the boys.
yeah, you need Kelce.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna go with the Jaguars +3 on that.
What do you got, Rich?
I got nothing in this game. It's one of those games I'm looking forward to watching. To be honest, boys, I'm a little nervous about the Chiefs here. You know, they didn't look good. Their young receiving core, their young offense looked a little shaky, to be honest. And I think Kelce needs to be playing for this team to do anything successful this year. So if Kelsey's playing, I'd probably lean the Chiefs a little bit. It does seem like a good bounce back spot, but I don't know, man. Those Jags looked pretty good last week.
Yeah, they did. But Ridley too, it's gonna be kind of his first big game. So
yeah, I don't know. And like I saw a stat earlier in the week. Mahomes after a loss, it's like 12-1 or something, combining beating their teams, combined win, like whatever difference in points. Forget how it phrases, but it's like 12 points or something like that, 12 points per game. So that makes me nervous taking the Jags, but I don't know. I was watching that game last week. I don't know. I feel like the Chiefs have a little bit of an identity problem. I don't like Matt Nagy calling plays for them. I think Bieniemy was huge for that offense, and I think it might take them a few weeks to get the gears rolling. So I don't know. I'm laying off this game.
Yeah, I trust Patty and the boys to have a bounce back week for sure. Like I said, if Kelce is playing, which I probably should take it now because if Kelce is declared to go, the line's going to probably go 3.5, maybe 4. But I'm taking the Chiefs -3.
Maybe even 5. The only thing helping the Jags is that they're home. Let's bounce back in for that spread.
All right, next game, Raiders at Bills. We saw a pitiful performance from Josh Allen Monday night. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers goes down with an Achilles. That sucks for everyone involved. But it's the Jets, and that's usually what happens to the Jets. They have terrible luck. 8.5 is a lot of points. I know they're at home. I know it's the Bills, and the Raiders haven't really showed much. But I think I'm on the Raiders here at +8.5. It's not an official pick, but actually, no, it is. It's an official pick now. I'm taking the Raiders +8.5.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's a safe play. I don't think I know it's not quite a 2-possession game, but with some odds it is 8.5. That's a 2-possession game, but I don't know. I don't think the Bills should be that high of a spread. That's the second highest spread of the week there.
Yeah, total set at 47 as well. I just think it's too many points.
Yeah. I like the Raiders as well. No, Jacoby Myers is absolutely killer after seeing what he could do last week with that offense. High familiarity with Jimmy G, so I don't know. It's gonna be tough with that wide receiver 2 not being there. But I think the Bills can get it done. Raiders cover. +8.
Agreed. What do you got, Rich?
I like the Raiders plus the 8.5 too. Um,
Team ride. Let's go.
yeah, I'm not playing it though as of right now. Um, if I'm feeling a little good after college football tomorrow, I'm up a little bit of dough. I might add it to the
As you
slate.
should. Come on. The trend is to win.
It is. It is. I've been doing pretty solid this year in college football. I think I'm 28-15 so far college football. So looking forward to keep that rocking. But anyway, back to the NFL here. I like the Raiders plus 8.5. Josh Allen, a little worrisome if you're a Bills fan. Throwing 3 picks. I don't know why is this guy. Why is Josh Allen throwing a 60-yard bomb to Deontay Hardy? Like if you're gonna throw a 65-yard bomb, like a Hail Mary type of play, you throw it to Stephon Diggs or Gabe Davis. You don't throw that ball to Deontay Hardy unless he is naked, no one within 20 yards of him.
Yeah.
But I do like the Raiders. They kind of surprised me with how they took care of business last week against the Broncos. All in all, the Raiders would be my play here.
What's the total at that game?
47.
47, right? Yeah.
This is all DraftKings.
That's a Vegas number. They know what's going on over there. It's going to be hovering or right over it.
Yeah.
Raiders
I don't like that number.
Raiders +8.
All right, moving on here. Another 1 o'clock game. We got the Seahawks at the Lions. Lions -5, total set at 47.5. This week is just like Rich said earlier, fading the overreactions of the Seahawks suck because they lost to the Rams. I'll be taking the Seahawks plus the 5. I think they keep this game close. And for that reason, I lean the over because I know the Lions can score. So the Seahawks are going to have to score with them. But I like the Seahawks plus the 5 as an official play here. Big bounce back week for them.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, honestly. I think this is going to be one of the most firing games of the 1 o'clock slate. Um, Obviously, we got the Chiefs and Jags, but kind of depends on how that one plays out. I think this one's going to be fiery. You don't need two great teams. You need two kind of even teams, and I think these two teams are pretty even. I think the Lions squeak it out, but I'm with you on that 4.5 there. I'm not gonna lay any more than 3 with the Lions.
Yeah, you can get it at 5 on DK as well. So
Yeah, I'm seeing 4.5 FanDuel, so 5. Yeah, that's money.
what are you thinking here, Rich?
Looks like instead of a squad ride, we got a squad battle here, boys. I'll be on the Lions -5.
Ooh, I love it.
I don't know, man. They looked really good last week against the Chiefs in Arrowhead. The Seahawks team did not look good last week at home against the Rams, and I don't think the Rams are going to be a very good team this year at all. And a little worried about those Seahawks. I think the Lions take care of business. -5, book it, take it to the bank. Let's go.
Yeah, the Seahawks had me. Oh, they had me pissed last week. They ruined a couple of my parlays, and I took them as just the money line, weren't they? Weren't they like minus? What were they last week?
Or -5.5, I think what the
Yeah,
thing closed at, but you could get them live for a good price. I also took them live. Um, they played one of the worst halves of football I think I have ever seen. The game was close going into halftime, and they just laid an egg in the second
yeah,
half. I expect Pete Carroll to get the boys fucking together and fix this thing.
yeah.
And I do think the Lions are a good team, but I just think 5 points is a lot for a Seahawks team that's supposed to be good back end on defense. Great secondary. I don't know what's going on with the run game, but they have weapons at receiver.
Yeah.
Gino and the boys got to fucking get it together here. I'm taking 5. So we're going head to head, being Petty versus Rich.
Let's go. Yeah, if like you said it, I mean, if Pete Carroll wasn't the coach, I mean, you didn't say that, but if Pete Carroll wasn't the coach and he didn't have the ability to rally his team, honestly, I'm probably gonna lay the 5 too, but I'm not gonna count them this far out just based off how they looked last week.
Yeah, this is a big week of teams that look like shit coming back, looking a lot better too. Steelers, Bengals, Seahawks.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll move on here. Speaking of the Bengals, we have Ravens at Bengals. Bengals -3, total set at 46.5. I do not have a play here. The AFC North is a hell of a division, and I think this is going to be a hell of a game. I don't even have a lean here. I'm going to sit back, kick my feet up, and watch this one. Like I said, I expect the Bengals to bounce back and look better, but I will not be looking at 3.
Yeah, no, actually, this is kind of the one that I'm worried about is going to kick me right in the nuts. But I'm going to be going with the Ravens +3. It almost kills me to say it, but I think Lamar is just – I love when he plays, and I just love backing him. So it's kind of one of those things. It's kind of a little biased pick for me, but betting the board, sometimes you just gotta let it flow. So I'm gonna go with that. Ravens +3. It's in the gut feeling. So let it rock. Bengals, here nor there. So +3.
We lost Rich here. He's having some internet problems. He's on the hotspot. He will be back. So let's just stick on this game real quick. Obviously, we saw J.K. Dobbins go down with an Achilles. I mean, I feel fucking terrible for that guy.
Yeah,
He's a young player. He's playing for his contract. He got in the end zone before he got hurt, and it just seems like the Ravens and mostly J.K. Dobbins just cannot get off that injury bug.
You can't.
It sucks. I took the Ravens to win the AFC, and I think losing J.K. Dobbins is a huge hit. I think their run game is really good, but without him, it's just kind of good.
Can you hear those?
What's up?
Can you hear those dings?
Dings?
Yeah.
No, I don't hear any dings.
All my messages are going off. I'm just trying to make sure you didn't hear them. But no, the injury bug is absolutely killing them. There's nothing. That's the worst part about it, and I hate to see them go down, and that's why I'm kind of backing the Ravens, because they kind of can fight off that adversity. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm excited to see what kind of game that's going to be. A lot of tough games, a lot of close games this week, and it's killing me for Survivor. It's going to be a tough week to get through.
Oh man, I don't even know where to go for Survivor. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I got -118 for -3 on the Bengals, which means it's heading toward 3.5. And the more we talk about it, the more I lean toward the Bengals. So I'm going to put in official play here, and I'm going to take the Bengals -3. I'm putting that in right now.
Bengals -2.
Yep. Bounce back week. I think Joey B. I mean, he's had 3 years in a row now. He's had a shit week 1. They bounce back and they score like 35 points a game in week 2. I just at home too. I like the Ravens this year long term, but I also like the Bengals long term. But I think this is a huge game, and after the performance they put up against the Browns, I think the Bengals need to come out and make a statement here in this game. So I will be taking the Bengals -3.
Okay.
Talked myself into it. We talked myself into it.
So we'll be going against each other.
That's fine.
What do we got for the next 1 o'clock?
Next 1 o'clock is Chargers at Titans. This is my play of the week. Titans +3, hammer play, max play, however many units you want to put on it. Give me the Titans +3 all day long.
Wow. I am out on that.
Tannehill could not play any worse than he did last week, and they honestly should have won that game against the Saints. They got boned on a couple calls. They go for a field goal to make it a 1-point game at the end, which was pointless, but covered the spread. The Chargers couldn't stop a thing against the Dolphins. I don't know. I don't trust the Chargers in any way, shape, or form this year. And Mike Vrabel at home after that performance where they got fucked, and Tannehill looked like me playing quarterback on an NFL team. I'll take the Titans +3. Like I said, play of the week. This is my my favorite play of the week.
Play of the week, huh?
Yep.
I hate to fade your play of the week, but I got the Chargers -3. And no
Oh, and
disrespect, no
Eckler questionable too is a big part of that play as well.
Eckler questionable is a big part, big part. No, no disrespect to Damio and James Purcell, but the Chargers aren't the Saints. I don't think the Saints are. I think those are two different tier teams.
I think the Saints defense is better than the Chargers defense, though.
As do I, but I think the offenses of both teams are completely different. Um, let's not forget about Justin Herbert.
Yeah, he's a dog, man.
Yeah, he is
I
a
know.
dog. He is a dog. I think.
I
I
love.
think
Go ahead.
if the Chargers win this game, they can kind of blow it out. Not blow it out, but I mean maybe a 2 possession game at the end of the game, 1 o'clock game.
Yeah,
You know,
10-point game.
yeah, kind of something like that. But if if the Chargers don't cover, I don't think they win the game. If they keep it that close, I don't think they win the game. They had another one like that last week. The guys are coming off week 1 of a crazy ending. Um, yeah, so I think the Chargers, if they can just keep kind of rally off what they did good in last week's game instead of just the fact that they lost, they did a lot of great things. I mean, it's the highest scoring game of the week, I believe.
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah. So they did a lot of good things, kind of like the Vikings last night. You can't hang your head off after a loss like that. But I mean, hopefully they keep rolling off that adversity of what they did good and see what they can do.
Yeah, man. I want to like the Chargers. I am invested in Herbert in many different ways. I spent a good chunk of money on a nice rookie card for him. I think he's a really good quarterback, but it just is giving me Philip Rivers vibes. As long as Brandon Staley stays at the helm and at the helm of that team, I mean, I can't see them doing anything.
Yeah.
That playoff loss last year, I mean, I am nowhere near qualified to be a GM in the NFL. But if I was, and I was the GM of the Chargers after that game, Brandon Staley would not be getting back on the plane to go back.
After last week?
After the playoff game against Jacksonville.
Okay.
I'll see you later, buddy.
Against Jacksonville.
Immediately. I don't even know. That was probably a home game too, honestly.
Yeah, it was a home game, but
they're flying home. You're not coming back to the stadium, pal. I'll see you later.
Was that a home game last year, Rich? Can you?
Chargers Jags 27-0 lead.
That was Chargers at home.
Yeah, Chargers at home. I mean, but that was just a miracle story that the Jags were pulling off last year after being a first pick team. You know what I mean?
I don't care. I'm still after that game. Brandon Staley is dead to me. Sorry.
Are we already on the?
I'll tell you what you missed. We'll backtrack a little bit here. We only did one other game after Seahawks Lions. It was Ravens Bengals. Petty is on the Ravens plus the 3. I talked myself into the Bengals minus the 3 on a bounce back week. So we'll go there and then we'll talk Chargers Titans again.
All right. I got I got the under 46.5 in this game. I think I'm going to be all over AFC North divisional unders this year. I got the Browns Ravens Browns Bengals last week. I hit that and I'm going back with it. I don't know. Both quarterbacks didn't look good last week. Joe Burrow kind of shit the bed. Lamar Jackson didn't look like himself. I think it's going to take more than just 1 week for both these offenses to kick it into gear. So, divisional matchup here, I'm going to take the under.
Okay.
And now moving on back to Chargers Titans. This is, like I said to Petty, this is my hammer play of the week. Max play. Put as many units as you want on it. Give me the Titans plus the 3 at home. All day, every day. Said it once, I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it all weekend until I lose the bet.
And that was his play of the week, and I hated to say it, but other side, baby, other side.
Yeah, Petty's on the Chargers. 45.5 total. What are you thinking here? Eckler, obviously questionable, is a big part of that as well. What are you thinking here, Rich?
I wouldn't touch this game with a fucking 10-foot pole. I am
Give us a
not
win.
that.
Give us
I
a
backed
win.
I backed the Chargers last week, thinking that hey, it's a new year, but nope, same head coach, same old bullshit.
We are just talking about
The Chargers put up what 34 points. I mean, the Dolphins' offense is good. Don't get me wrong, but come on, man. You're at home, you score 34 points, and you lose. Like, oh man, this Chargers team, I don't think they'll ever figure it out. I'm not betting the Chargers all season. Any game that they're in, I'm just not going to bet it. So
Welcome to the club, pal.
I'm gonna plead the fifth
Three.
on this team
I
this
have
year.
it written down in my notes. Max play in bold print.
Yeah, but that's the thing though is I'll say that, then I'll bet against them, and then they'll screw me. So I'm just going to avoid this team at all costs.
They fucking stink. Brandon Staley is the worst, man. They have so much talent on that team. It's a shame to see it go to waste. I hope I'm wrong, but
dude, if I was the owner of the Chargers and after they lost that game, I would have walked down. I would have walked down to the locker room and I would have grabbed Brandon Staley by the throat and I would have thrown him out of the goddamn locker room.
That's what I said. He's not getting on the plane after that. I'll never see you again, buddy. You're dead to me.
No. You're lucky you made it through the offseason and you're going to pull this bullshit again.
They bring him back after that abysmal loss. That's unbelievable. Anyways, moving on. We talked enough about how bad Brandon Staley is and how good the Chargers should be. Next 1:00 game is Bears at Bucks. Bucks minus 2.5. Over under set at 41. Low total. I didn't have a play on this, but I'm leaning the Bucks pretty heavily, and I'm actually going to put it in right now. Bucks minus 2.5 in Tampa. I like the way Baker played last week. I think the Bucks defense is still solid, and the Bears are probably the worst team in football. So give me the Bucks minus 2.5.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm taking the Bucks 3.5. Or I'm taking the Bucks 2.5. I would play it to 3. Baker's back. I think. Do you guys see that stiff arm video? You guys see that stiff arm video? The guy
won the game.
I think he's got his swagger back, guys.
When was Baker ever here? I don't think he ever had the opportunity to come back. I think he's just always.
He had a good season.
What do you mean? What do you mean he was never? I mean, maybe he was never here in the NFL, but damn, come on. Yeah. Baker was Baker at some point. I think he's gonna be grabbing his crotch next week. Looking at Justin Fields, saying, let's say what's good. Yeah, I'm taking that.
Yeah,
I'm not counting the Bucks out. They got a good quarterback to kind of figure them out. So see what they can do.
Yeah. Bucks Baker's got an extra chip on his shoulder this year with that whole shit that went on with his dad.
For sure.
Like 12 from him. Not to mention he got fucking ran out of Cleveland after bringing him to the playoffs for the first time in 20 years. So I feel bad for the guy, but I think he knows. I think he knows what he has to prove, and I think he can handle it. So
yes, who's back?
What do you got, Rich?
I got the Buccaneers minus 2.5, so it's a little bit of a squad ride here.
There we go.
Squad ride,
baby.
This Bears team is abysmal. There's nothing else to say. I think Justin Fields is not a good quarterback. I don't understand all the hype. I get it. He runs for 2 touchdowns and your fantasy team wins. But do the Bears win? No. Usually not. Most likely not. And I'm going to be on the Buccaneers. I'm pissed at myself for not taking them last week. I thought it was a great spot. But I'm going to take them this week, and they're going to beat the Bears at home.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. All right, last 1:00. Colts at Texans. Texans minus 1.5. Over under set at 39.5. I want to take the Colts because I like Anthony Richardson, but I will not be touching this game. What do you got, Petty?
I want to take the Colts, and I am going to take the Colts. +1. Probably going to take them just money line. What's the point of betting a +1? I think that's pointless. Yeah, I like Anthony Richardson. I like that whole team. Yeah, I think they can easily kind of get this one done. I'm not giving the Texans anything, so that's that. Texans are brick.
Yes.
I liked how I liked how the Colts looked last week. Honestly, I thought they played pretty well. Their defense needs a little bit of work, but I thought their offense, besides their run game, I mean, Deion Jackson was horrible. But other than that, I liked how the offense looked. I think it's going to take a few games for them to really get it going. I think I said that in our season breakdown podcast. But this one, I'm not touching it. Two rookie quarterbacks going at it. Seems like I'm just dumpster diving at this point if I'm betting on this one.
Hey,
Um,
hey, hey.
but if I had to take a side, I'd go Colts. That's where I lean.
Yeah,
Love
this is a see how the weekend goes. I'll probably bet the Colts come game time, but as of right now, nothing officially. That does it for the 1 o'clock slate. Let's move on. 4 o'clock, 4:05 in LA. Uh, Niners at Rams. Niners laying 7.5. Over under set at 44.5. It's another game I will not be touching. Obviously, you want to take the Niners. I think that'll probably be my survival pick this week. Either them or maybe the Cowboys, which we'll get to. But I don't know, man. After seeing the Rams against the Seahawks last week, I know they're down Cooper Kupp. I know they're a young team. I know they're in a quote unquote rebuild year. But I think this team is way better than a lot of people think that they are or thought that they were gonna be. No play for me here, but I'm a little higher on the Rams than I was earlier.
Yeah. Well, since I'm betting the board, I do have to give a pick here, and this one might come back to bite me, but I'm going to go with the LA Rams plus 7.5 or plus 7, whatever it ends up being. Yeah, I mean McVay in his own house. I think he can at least come. I mean, he's not going to. I don't think he loses by more than 7. Honestly, against the 49ers, it's a big rivalry game. McVay wants this one bad. I know he does. He wants to make a statement with his squad. 2-0. I mean, I would have thought the Rams lost last week. You tell me they're going 2-0 with this starting schedule. I would have said no, but after last week, I mean, we can kind of see this coming. That McVay is going to try and make a statement here. He might fall short, but that plus 7.5 is going to be Gucci.
Mm-hmm. I'm on the Rams plus 7.5 as well. So I think I don't know. I think they're 7.5 at home against the Niners. They're laying 7.5 after the ass whooping they put on the Seahawks. McVay in his own house. A little bit of a fade of the Niners too, just based off of maybe a little bit of an overreaction to them walking into Pittsburgh's and shitting on the.
Oh no. Oh no. Did we lose them again?
It looks like we lost him again.
Well, we know where he is.
I think he was going with shitting on a Pittsburgh team that wasn't quite ready, still trying to figure themselves out. Yeah, I'm kind of with Rich on that opinion. Kind of fading the public, which I think is going to be on Rams or on.
You know what? I only had 3 picks coming into this episode, and it's already doubled. So if you guys are both on the Rams, and I lean the Rams, I'll be taking the Rams. I mean, come on here.
Yeah, come on.
Nakua, Tutu Atwell, Cam Akers, Kyron Williams. The offense looked really good.
Yep.
Still have Aaron Donald. Like I said, it's a young team, but 7.5 points is a lot. I know how good the Niners looked and how good the Niners are. I don't know, man. Something about this Rams team. Stafford looked really good. He looked healthy. Give me the Rams.
Just the adjustments McVay makes mid-game, it's so impressive. So
it's a hell of a coaching battle too. Shanahan versus McVay.
Yeah.
Talented Niners team, young Rams team. This is a sneaky, really good game, actually, I think.
It is. Let's hop over to the dumpster fire game.
Who, Giants Cardinals?
Yeah.
Giants -4 in Arizona. Over under set at 40 even. Yeah, I'm not touching this. Oh, okay. Well, let's go back here. You were saying how you like the Rams. I actually ended up hopping on the Rams as you disconnected, Rich.
Rich,
Um,
you were at when you froze. You were at how the Niners went into Pittsburgh Steelers and shit on, and then you cut out.
Yeah, no, this is unbelievable. Trying to go through a Zoom call on using a hotspot is kind of tough. Um, so I'm trying to restart my laptop, see how that goes. But anyway, as I was saying, kind of a fan of the Niners. I think they're a really good team. They're my pick to come out of the NFC. But back-to-back road games, traveling from technically the Midwest, East Coast to back to the West Coast. Kind of a little bit what I got there.
yeah, I hopped on it with you. Um, get another squad ride in there.
Yeah, that's another squad ride. +7.5, +7.
A lot of points at home. Young Rams team, like I said earlier. Let's move on here. Like Petty said, the dumpster fire of the 4 o'clock slate. Giants at Cardinals. Giants -4. Over under set at 40 even. Yeah, no, I don't even want to talk about it honestly. So I'll let you guys, I'll let you guys go.
I don't either. I'm gonna be quick. I don't think the Giants team we saw last weekend was the Giants team that we're gonna be seeing all year. I'm gonna take the minus. I think that team we saw last week plays a big difference in what this spread should be. I think it should kind of be 5-6, something like that. And I think we're getting some value here with just the performance that we saw last week. So I'm going to go with the Giants -4 and just hope that game doesn't screw me. That's it. That's a waste management game.
Yeah. I'm not touching this one. I need to make sure that the players on the New York Giants football roster know how to play football before I bet on that team. So this is a no-go. You won't see me on the Cardinals all year, but if I had to bet anything, it would probably be the Cardinals here. I think these guys signed up to play the wrong sport this season. So I'm not betting it, but Cardinals would be my play.
Yeah, I would agree with Petty here that the line is definitely an overreaction to the Giants getting absolutely shit on Sunday night, and also the Cardinals defense looking pretty feisty for a team that is clearly in tank. That defense, I know it's the Commanders and a rookie quarterback first game. I get that, but
yeah,
for a team that's literally playing for nothing, they came out and they played well, I think, personally. So I think the line is definitely an overreaction, but I still won't be taking anything.
I got a quick question for you guys. Do you think if the Cardinals end up with the first overall pick, do they trade Kyler and go with Caleb Williams, or do they ride with Kyler, trade and get some more to get some more assets? You know, what are you guys thinking there?
Do they trade Kyler?
Yeah, if they end up with the number 1 pick and Caleb Williams enters the draft. I know he said he might not, but I think he's dumb if he doesn't.
They could. I think a team that ends up with the first pick might be the Bears.
Yeah. Like I said, that Cardinals D came out with some fire, man. They really did. Yeah. Fire that you shouldn't have.
But I think if you're looking at Kyler as a franchise quarterback at this point, you're just selling. You're just selling the next couple seasons away, next 10. I think he needs to go in a different system, and I think they should definitely trade him away.
They did just sign him though, so extend him anyway.
That's the tough part for me. Even if they do get the number 1 overall pick, I think they could end up with both. I think they could draft Caleb Williams and still have Kyler, because you're getting Caleb Williams on a rookie deal, even though he might be the first overall pick, and you're still going to have to pay him a decent amount of money. But you just signed Kyler Murray. How old is Kyler Murray? 25?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, something like that. 26 maybe.
I can see both happening, I don't know if they would get the value out of Kyler coming off a full season missed pretty much this year. I mean, I highly doubt he's going to come back off an injury like that. I don't think they're going to get the value that they would like in the situation they're in for Kyler. They're probably going to look for what, 2, maybe 3 first rounders. Like that's probably what they'll want. I don't think they'll get that. So I could see them taking Caleb Williams and then riding it out with Kyler for at least another year or two and seeing what happens. I don't know. It's tough for me to see Kyler just being shipped off like that. And then again, it's like you look at it from the other 31 teams' perspective. Like, yeah, Kyler would be nice to have for some teams, but there's also a lot of young quarterbacks now in the league. Like, how many teams really are going to give up that much draft capital for Kyler? Like, I just don't see that happening. I don't think that the Cardinals would get what they want for Kyler. But I think you'd be stupid to pass Caleb Williams with the first pick if you have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
long
I
way.
was just interested to hear what you guys' thoughts were on that, because I mean, I think if the Cardinals passed on Caleb Williams, they'd be pretty dumb. But I do think Kyler Murray is a solid NFL quarterback when healthy, with the right pieces around him. And if you could trade that number 1 pick for 4 or 5 picks, not all first rounders, but 2 first rounders, 2 second rounders within 2 years, and then surround Kyler with all that talent, I think that might be the move for them. But obviously, we don't know if that's going to be the case down the road. But that's
And I mean, you gotta feel for him. It's tough. He just lost his fuck it. He's down there somewhere guy. So I mean,
yeah.
you just gotta feel for him a little bit. He's kind of going through a rough stretch over there. But I do have an anytime touchdown score for that game. I like this one a lot. I don't think he got in last week. Zach Ertz, he's at plus 360. If I see any Cardinal getting in, I think it's going to be the stocky tight end that can move.
Right. I like that.
So I don't know. I think that's good. Some good value. I think it's a little added value because they don't think that the Cardinals, can score that much. So I don't know. Zach Ertz plus 360. It's ringing a bell in my head, man.
I like that. I'll probably be riding that with you as well. I like that a lot. All right, moving on from the dumpster fire, let's go to the next 425 game. Jets at Cowboys. Cowboys laying 9 points, and the over-under set at 38. I think this is another overreaction. Obviously, the Jets don't have Aaron Rodgers, but I personally think Zach Wilson got better as the game went on. I know we had that bad pick and a couple bad drives early, but you get thrusted into a spot you're not expecting to be in at all throughout this whole season in the first week, the first quarter of the first game. I thought he showed up, and I thought he showed some improvement. And see, I want to take the Jets, but I'm not going to. I'll let you guys speak on it a little bit here.
I don't know where the public's at on this game, but if I had to guess, they're going to be with the Dallas Cowboys. They just washed the Giants 40 to nothing, whatever it ended up being. 40 to nothing, I think.
Yeah.
That's killer when one team scores 40 points and the over doesn't cover. Killer. The Jets coming off a big blow. I don't know, man. I can't go with Zach Wilson. I think the Cowboys are going to keep America happy for at least the first 5 weeks. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys -9, just thinking they kind of blow this thing out of the water.
Fair enough. I lean Jets. I'm not betting it, but I am on the under 38.5. Low total. Zach Wilson's not putting up more than 14 points on this Dallas team.
Yeah,
and I mean, yeah, the Jets lost Aaron Rodgers, but Jets defense is still, I would say, a top 5 defense in the NFL. So I think the Cowboys struggle a little bit moving the ball. So I like that under 38.5. So that's where I'll be going.
That catch Garrett Wilson made the other day, though, man.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
that was
Sounds
crazy.
like he pulled a fucking shark out of a koi pond right there. No, there was no business catching that ball,
Flip
man.
it. Flip it. I've never heard that before. That's fucking awesome.
That was unreal.
Pulled a shark
Yeah,
koi pond.
that's fucking unbelievable. I love that.
That's real good.
I think the defenses for both teams are going to have a good day. That the Jets' offensive line is not very good. I will say Brees Hall looked unbelievable for his first game when they said he was going to be on a pitch count. Take it easy. He looked really fucking good.
Oh yeah,
Like just like Rich, I'm leaning Jets, but it's tough for me to take it.
9 points is a lot of points,
Yeah,
Yeah, Niners were off.
especially with the under at 38.5. You know, not a lot of
yeah.
points to be had in this one. I don't think.
I think it
That's
just
similar.
depends on Cowboys defense. They come out firing like they did last week and give Dak the ability to just be loose and be free. Then it can be really dangerous for the Jets. But if the Jets step it up at first and they make the first couple turnovers, it could be an ugly game, and a lot of people are going to be upset.
It's even on the odds for +9 and -9 right now. But I'll tell you what, if it gets to 9.5 and it's leaning towards 10, I'll definitely be taking the Jets come game time. Depending on how the 1 o'clock slate goes. 10 points is too much against a really good Jets defense.
Yeah, 10's that one of those key numbers too. So
yeah.
It gets to that. So
All right, let's go on to the last 4 o'clock game, 4:25. Commanders at Broncos. Over under set at 39. I hate this game in every way. I would lean Broncos at home, but I don't have a play here. I'll let you guys speak on a little bit.
I don't have a good read on this game. I'm sitting this one out.
Me neither.
I expected the Broncos to honestly look a little bit better week one. Kind of came out a little disappointing, a little lackluster. Commanders also. I mean, I should have bet Cardinals +7 last week. I knew it. Everyone thought that the Commanders were going to smoke the Cardinals. I do like the Commanders, but still, like, I don't know. I'm not impressed with how the Commanders looked overall. But with that being said, I don't feel confident enough in either of these teams to back them with my cash. So I'm gonna plead the fifth here.
Yeah, what are you thinking, Petty? You're betting the board, so you got to have something.
I'm betting the board, so I'm taking the Commanders +3.5. I'm not gonna lay 3.5 with Russ. I mean, he showed us that he is just a bust. I think he might be able to turn the corner, but I think that the Commanders are at least going to keep it till the end of the game, 1 possession game. Hopefully, it's not on the other half of that, but I think 3.5 is kind of a safe bet with the Commanders. They come out firing, so.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy questionable, could play this week. I personally think that Russ looked better, but still not the same guy we saw. I mean, we saw a couple deep balls that looked good. He looked a little bit stronger, I think, from what I saw. I mean, I saw bits and pieces watching Red Zone. It was a game that I really had no interest in. Broncos Raiders. It's not really a marquee game, but I do think he looked better. 3.5 is tough. I know they're at home. That's probably the reasoning for the line. In my opinion, I think these teams are fairly even. Broncos defense, good. Washington defense, solid. Both offenses, I lean Broncos. I think they look better, but I can't trust it this early in the season. I need to see it for a couple games for me to be laying points like that. But anyways, that does it for the 425, and we will do Sunday night, and we'll talk a little bit. There's 2 games Monday night, but Sunday night is the big game in New England, 8:20 kickoff. Miami Dolphins coming in to Gillette, -3 points. Over set at 46.5. Give me the Pats +3. I think we were on the right side last week with the Pats. They had chances to win the game, never mind cover. And I think they do the same this week. I know Tyreek and Dolphins balled against the Chargers, but it's Bill Belichick, and the Pats defense looked really good against the Eagles. Give me the Pats plus the 3 all day long, baby.
Rich, you want to take it?
Yeah, I'll take it. I got the Pats plus 3. Um, I honestly don't want to like seem like the homer taking the Pats every single week, but these are just two great spots. Eagles last week had not just 10 separate chances to cover the game, but they had 10 separate chances to win that game. Those two turnovers early in the game spotted the Eagles 2 touchdowns, and I mean they're fighting back and clawing back all game. And since that point, I think that Pats outplayed the Eagles in that game. You know, it's tough losing.
They did.
They absolutely did, but it's tough losing that one. But I think the Pats defense is the real deal, holding that offense. Besides, I mean, they did score a touchdown. They scored 2 touchdowns. One was a pick six. The other one was a short field. But when the Eagles got the ball on their half of the field, they only got 4 field goals, 12 points. You know, but that bend don't break mentality. I think the Pats are disciplined enough this year on the defensive side to take it to the Dolphins, and I think the Pats will honestly win this game.
Okay. Love this energy here going into my pick. Betting the board here. Last pick of the day. New England Patriots plus 3. I think it's going to be a little bit frigid Sunday night. I'm looking at the weather and it says 58, 70% chance of rain. I don't know, man. Dolphins don't like that. Dolphins
No.
don't like that. I mean, I don't know. I just think that the Pats are going to, like, I mean, there's a few teams that I said it about, but I think the Pats are going to come out firing. I mean, Bill Belichick's going to be on their ass. He does not want to lose this game. He does not want to go down in the division. So I think he's going to come out hot and kind of be able to shut down that Dolphins offense that went off last week. And it's going to kill me because I think Tariq and Jalen will still – they make it work every week, so why wouldn't it? I think we just see a big spotlight for our offense this week.
As good as Tyreek Hill is, I think we talked about the Chargers earlier. I think it's coaching, man. You know how good he is. You have to have a game for him. And
but it's
run all over him, man. I know you can't stop him, but you can limit him.
Yeah, you can limit him. But the more you limit him, the more you leave open Jalen Waddle, and that's just...
I know, but I think Bill will have a better game plan than the Chargers will, and I think this game is going to be really close. And like Rich said, I think the Pats can win it, man. I really do.
Yeah, no, I like him. I like him here too.
The Pats got to put Jonathan Jones on Tyreek Hill and then have Jalen Mills over the top. You have to have a safety over the top at all times.
Is Jonathan Jones good to play?
Yeah.
You seen yesterday, he missed practice yesterday.
Yeah, a lot of guys are out of practice this week. That's the thing. You got to wait till the end. I mean, keep them out of practice so they can play. Really, I think.
Yeah. No, I think he can be the kryptonite to Tyreek Hill, like you're saying, Rich.
Yeah. I don't remember Tyreek Hill last year really doing a whole lot against the Pats. I think they did a good job of game planning against them as it was. Yeah. We all know how last year was. It was just an absolute shit show for the Pats, all in all, coaching staff wise, yada yada yada. We've gone into it plenty of times, but I think this year they're much better suited to take to this Dolphins team, especially at home. Petty mentioned a little crisp air in the New England region, a little bit of rain, so I like that. I think that favors the Pats. So let's go +3 money line bucket.
Love it.
Yeah, the one thing that does worry me when Tua plays for the Dolphins, he's 4-0 against Bill. But again, I think they'll have a game. You know who the best player in the field is for the Dolphins, and it's Tyreek Hill. And I think Bill is the best at game planning to eliminate that. So, eliminate means 7 catches for 100 yards, no touchdowns, which is still a good game for Tyreek Hill, but that's the best you're going to do against.
Yeah. Agreed.
Agreed. Let's go quickly through the Monday night games, then we'll go to college football. Saints at Panthers, 7:15. Saints -3. Monday night is day of put in plays for me, so I don't have anything here. Total set at 40 even. I would lean Saints, but divisional game, you never know what could happen.
I got nothing here.
I don't know.
I got
Monday, it's a little too far to be looking at Monday for me. But if I had to pick, I'm just gonna run through both of them right now. I'd probably pick the Panthers +3 at home, and then I'm thinking the Browns are a good team. I think they're gonna make a statement at the Steelers, two teams that hate each other. I think that's gonna be must-watch TV.
Yeah, you got Browns at Steelers. Browns -2.5. Over under set at 39. You can get the Browns -135 money line right now. That's where I would lean for that game. I'll probably end up taking Browns money line.
Yeah.
I think the Steelers come out and look better, but like Petty said, I think the Browns are a good team this year, man.
Yeah. I think the Browns are a very good team this year. I'm not taking them -2.5 in Pittsburgh, divisional matchup. I will not be on that side of things. And also, I also don't like this other Monday night game, Panthers Saints. I'm not really too interested in it, and I don't really know what to think of the Panthers yet. I thought Bryce Young, I know I threw 2 picks, but overall I thought he had control of the offense, control of the huddle, made some good plays, and kind of curious to see how he moves forward from here. I would bet the Panthers. I might bet the Panthers when it comes Monday night, but we all know what we do here. We bet as much as we can whenever we can. So it's probably going to be Monday night. I'm going to be sitting on the couch like, oh, let's bet the Panthers and let's bet the Steelers. Let's go double dogs. So
Yeah.
double dipping
we'll
on the
put those out.
dogs.
We'll put those out on Twitter/X. We'll tweet on X if we have plays for Monday night. It's tough. It's tough Friday morning, Friday afternoon to put in Monday night plays.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we'll talk a little bit about it. All right, let's take a quick break here and we'll move on to college football.